Okay guys, so we are back once again in the pages of Star Wars as we find ourselves in the midst of a brand new event called Star Wars The Screaming Citadel Part 1. So as the comic opens up, we are taken to the planet of Herox 3 in the Outer Rim territory, and we witness a familiar face enter a scene. This happens to be Luke Skywalker, who is on his way into a bar. But humans are not welcome here, and the locals at the bar are quick to point this out and try to make trouble for our hero. And as things are about to go south, they are stopped by the arrival of Dr. Aphra, and of course her Wookiee friend. Now things are about to get out of hand as the locals decide to take a shot at her, thus prompting Luke to try to defend her, and everything kind of gets going into a giant brawl. Thankfully, this comic doesn't waste any time showing us the entire fight, as it just jumps forward and we see that they won the fight, which introduces us to the title logo of the series, The Screaming Citadel. After that, we follow our heroes, you can say, outside of the bar, where Aphra is going to fill our Jedi, or Jedi in training, on what exactly she needs from him. And it turns out that there is a queen who does her dealings more or less once a year. And this is perfect time to present the Jedi to her, because in that way Aphra can get her hands on some ancient knowledge and technology to kind of deal with an object that she has in her possession. Now obviously I'm not fully trusting her here to have the fullest, greatest intentions for Luke, so as they board a ship and they start going, obviously tensions are a little bit high on the ship, considering Luke has faced her crew before, and not exactly as an ally. It is here that we see that our heroes arrive at the Screaming Citadel, which just so happens to be the actual translation of this place from a different language, and they're all kind of questioning on why it sounds so creepy. Getting outside of their ship, they see a bunch of people that live here who are all very thin, almost dying of starvation. But there's something more here at play, and we see that the Queen is not going to have the Wookiee get closer to her because she says that, well, she's allergic to certain species. And it is during this time that Luke questions how exactly did Dr. Aphra find him. At this time, we jump over to the second story that is happening, which involves Han, Leia, and Sana. And we see that Sana is dealing with a message from Dr. Aphra, and more or less they're trying to figure out where Luke is and who he's gone with. And at this time they discover that, yup, he's gone with Aphra. We then transition back over to Luke, who is looking very sharp, getting ready for his big meeting. Wandering through the crowd, Aphra is very adamant that Luke does not reach for his lightsaber, as she really wants to make sure that no one knows that he's a Jedi. And some of the locals here are already creeping enough, talking about, you know, like eating peoples and species, and yeah, they're kind of gone off the deep end. We then see the Queen, who is Harley Quinn? What? That's a joke. That's a joke. Don't go flipping out. And it is at this time we see various people here trying to suggest what they should do and what the Queen should consider as the best option to move forward. And it is now turn for Aphra and Luke to present what they have. And Aphra just says, well, here is a farm boy from Tatooine. And they are automatically rejected. And when one of the people that is actually part of the Queen's ensemble tries to put his hands on them, Luke uses the Force to shove him backwards, thus revealing his secret. After that, we see that everybody is dismissed and that they are invited back next year to present what they have for the Queen. But the Queen seems to have something else in mind, considering she's going to wait till the morning to make a full-on confrontation with the Jedi. She goes onto a balcony, and using her crazy powers, she is actually siphoning life force from the townspeople, thus explaining why everybody looks like they're dying and why they're so skinny. And she has found her new favorite taste, because she hasn't tasted the life force of a Jedi in quite a long time. Which brings us to the end of the first issue. Honestly, this was a very entertaining comic. Now, I don't think it's as good as some of the other Star Wars comics that are out there, but it is good on its own and does exactly what it needs to. Tells an interesting side tale of a universe far away, and a side tale that we might not have seen before and that we're probably never going to see in something like a movie. I like the team up, I like how they're going around, and I like how Dr. Aphra clearly has her own motivations that we're not seeing in this. This one gets an 8 out of 10. Hey guys, Armin here, just reminding you that this video was made possible thanks to patrons. If you guys are interested in supporting us and making sure we keep the lights on, check out our Patreon where you can join other fans in supporting the CBC, delivering content you guys have come to love and expect. And if you can't do that, give us a like and a subscribe. That goes a long way too.